Racism and prejudice and its effect on people. Racism is discrimination directed towards someone of a different race based on the belief that one race is superior to another. Prejudice is the preconceived opinion or judgment of someone or something without a proper reason, thought, or knowledge. The Help is an excellent movie that displays racism and prejudice. It's a bestseller novel that involves a young aspiring journalist named Skeeter and her relationship with two black mates named Abilene and Minnie that took place in the civil rights era in 1962 Jackson, Mississippi. Skeeter writes a book in the point of view of the two mates, exposing the racism they faced working for white families. The first concept that involves racism and prejudice is socialization. Socialization is a lifelong process through which we learn all knowledge, skills, and attitudes we need to survive and prosper. Some agents of socialization are family, which teaches us norms. In the movie, family has a great impact on whites and blacks. All the black females were raised to be maids and taught to obey orders and stay silent, which led them to believe that they were beneath white people and that the whites could walk all over them. Secondly, all the white people were raised to believe that they were better than the black people from a young age. Even May Mobiline, who was only 2 years old, was being raised in a home where racial prejudice was acceptable. I want to stop that moment from coming, and it come in every white child's life when they start to think that colored folks are not as good as whites. Another agent of socialization is religion, which teaches us responsibility for one another in society. The preacher in the church encouraged Abilene to tell the truth about the discrimination she experienced at her job. For example, when she was fired from her job because she was falsely accused of stealing silverware. The last agent is a workplace where we are expected to commit ourselves to the success and growth of our employer. The maids try their best to please their employer, even if that meant being discriminated. For example, using separate utensils such as forks and knives and eating in the kitchen alone. The second concept that involves racism and prejudice is defense mechanisms. Defense mechanisms are techniques that the human mind uses to deal with feelings of anxiety, frustration, tension, or worry. The first defense mechanism is rationalization. Rationalization is the excuse we invent to explain a failure, loss, or a bad behavior. When Millie made a pie for Hilly with her feces in it because Hilly fired Millie for using the white folk bathroom. And no other white folk would hire Millie because they believe she had the Negro disease. The second defense mechanism is displacement. Displacement is when we lash out at someone because we have suppressed anger or frustration from an earlier situation. When JF Kennedy got shot and the white people started lashing out in the colored community because they assumed the colored people had something to do with the shooting. The third defense mechanism is repression. Repression is when we push unpleasant urges or thoughts out of our conscious mind into our subconscious. When Abilene's son died, she suppressed her anger and sadness because his death could have been prevented if the white people cared enough. And the third concept is conformity. Conformity occurs when a person adjusts their thoughts, feelings, and behaviors to match the behavior or standards of a group. When Elizabeth got restrooms outside of her house for the colored workers because everybody else in her friend group had them. And they all believed that Negroes had diseases and that the bathrooms are a benefit for both races. When Skeeter is around the high society girls, she does not express her opinion on colored folks even when it is necessary.